Hello, everyone. This is Scotty with the World Combat Sports. I have the pleasure of speaking with professional mixed martial artist Laura Sanchez, who is training out of Roufusport in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How you doing today, champ? So let's get right down to it. Those of you that tuned in to the previous live that I did with Laura Sanchez, she was just coming off an amazing victory over there in Singapore with the Gamma and One Championships Amateur Mixed Martial Arts. She took home the gold medal. So, clap it up. Hey, how was that welcome home for you once you got back?
It was great. I actually training in MMA. It's like I spend so much time missing out on personal things, family things, events. I have nieces and nephews who are involved in sports and always wanted me to come to their games. So when I came back, I typically take a week after a fight to just kind of recover and recuperate, and I take advantage of spending time with people that I miss out on. So I actually had a brunch with my family because obviously, I couldn't really indulge in certain sweets and certain foods. So we had a big brunch. Everybody made something brand new, and we all enjoyed each other's company and over some good food. So it's like, the welcome back was with the close family.
Okay, that's understood. And I'm pretty sure you enjoyed it anyway. But why was the reason you couldn't indulge that much? You had a upcoming fight.
Yeah, you're talking about for the Singapore tournaments. It's not like I didn't really cut weight, but I ate healthy to stay healthy. And obviously, it's like if I'm going to eat anything that's not really good for me, I feel it in practice. It'll influence my performance. It has that ability. So, I just keep myself pretty clean and healthy throughout a camp.
Okay, yeah, I was pretty much speaking about when you brought the gold medal home and you had the chance to soak it all in. What did you do to celebrate?
Um, I went to Roufusport, brought it to my coaches, just had some good conversations, just got a lot of congratulations and welcome back from a lot of team members. But yeah, like I said, the celebration was a lot more with my family, but I definitely enjoyed bringing the gold medal back home.
Absolutely. It's been some good news lately. I saw you on there. You was very overjoyed, to get that professional stoppage. How was it like turning professional and going in there and getting that first win?
It was awesome. My coaches have been trying to get me my pro debut for a while now. And it just wasn't working out. But you know what? Timing is everything. So while all those fights just weren't working out, I was continuously training and getting better. And finally, when Duke told me I was making my pro debut and it was set and I'd signed the contract, I was excited to finally get in there. And then to get the win, I didn't expect to get a first round KO. I expected to go in there and just fight and look for a finish. But the way that it came, it was pretty exciting. So I'm really happy with that.
So talk about that finish. For those of you that don't know too much about the physical attributes of Laura Sanchez, she does contend in the lightweight division. That's 155. Not only is she a female fighter, but she's towering over 6 feet. And she's an imposing lone ranger striker. So what was the scenario? How did it play out for this particular fight in your professional debut? Did they close distance like most of your opponents, or it was a different type of fight?
It was a little bit different. Most of my opponents in the past rushed me. And Miranda didn't exactly rush me right off the bat. She stood with me and she got me against the fence a couple times, but she had a lot more I guess I'll say patience in how she was fighting with me. But my range and my leverage, the fact that I was making my pro debut was a big deal, just because now you have the elbow game and you have the knees to the face. So we were excited. I came back from Singapore. I had my week off, and then as soon as I got to Roufusport, the academy again, I had work with my coach, Scott Cushman, and right away we started working elbows and knees. So that was definitely a big part of the game plan.
A solid note there. I mean, returning from the games in Singapore, you all start preparing yourself. Well, your coach start preparing you automatically for the professional ranks, for elbows and knee strikes and so forth. And to your benefit, Laura, this will play into your height advantage and your reach advantage when they get you up against the cage.
Definitely. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of openings, and at first it felt a little weird. Obviously, amateurs, we can't throw elbows. So I would say the first couple sessions with Kush, he was very patient with me, showing me all the different possibilities. And now, since we've been working a lot together, they're flowing way better, and I'm really enjoying that part of my game.
What's another wrinkle that you've added to your striking arsenal? Since you now turned professional, you have a much more set of variables to delegate to your opponent.
I don't know what if I would say I really added many wrinkles. I mean, the aspects that you get to add, like I said, at the pro level are the knees to the face and the elbows. So that's huge in itself. That opens up so many more options. But as a striker, I'm just always working to get better, trying new things, also working on any weaknesses, something that I feel like I'm not as great at. Just the whole goal at this point, I'm just beginning. There's so much to do and so much to learn. So I'm just constantly improving.
Absolutely. And your motivation is there. So I have to talk about the recent news that, it's been spreading all over media about you signing the Sucker Punch Entertainment. Talk about it.
I'm really excited about it. Duke has known Brian Butler for a long time. He said he loves working with him. I know he manages a few of my teammates. I also know, for one, he manages Paul Felder. So I know he's supposed to come into town to work with Paul or meet him or something. So I get to actually meet him in person.
Cool.
But I've heard really good things about him. And then Duke called me out of the blue last week and was like, hey, I need you to pop by and sign this paperwork with your management. And I was like, oh, great. Just moving forward and just seeing all the possibilities for the future.
So Sucker Punch Entertainment is more so a management. They're going to be the ones who go out and construct contractual agreements or seek fights for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I mean, it kind of eases your responsibility a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I started fighting and I joined the team, I never really was one to try to make my own fights or reach out on for myself. Right off the bat, Duke was just like, hey, you just concentrate on training and getting better. Let me work with my connections and get you the fights that we can get you, and just leave it up to me. So that's all I've ever done.
Hey, the legend say, let me do what I do and you do what you do. Yep. That's pretty much how that works. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Hey, I'm happy for you. What's next for you in USF MMA? And shout out to USF MMA. That's the big time national team that's spearheading the U.S. side of the amateur mixed martial arts that's heading to the Olympics. And one of the fighters that was on that team was indeed Laura Sanchez, who was able to win 2 bouts over there in Singapore and bring home that gold medal. So my question to you, how long are we going to see you out the cage, before you step back in?
I don't know. Hopefully it won't be too long. Most of my amateur career, there was like a year in between my fights. So hopefully now that I'm in the pro circuit and I have a great manager, I can see the cage again very soon. I would love to be more active. So we'll see what they come up with.
Okay. Are you going to stick with the same weight, or are you going to, now that you're in the professional ranks, you're going to try to drop down to 145?
No, I got to stay at 55. I actually tried 45, like all of 2018, and it just was not healthy. Like I said, all those fights that weren't working out were for 145. I made 146 at the end of 2017, for my LFA debut. And it was my one loss, and it was not a good performance. I just wasn't healthy, and I just completely depleted myself. So Duke and I had a conversation, and I'm not the same fighter if I try to drop that low. So we got to stick to 55.
Understood. Is there any big fights you're looking forward to in mixed martial arts that's coming up?
To be honest, like I said, I'm so new to this. It's like you look at a lot of other fighters with all the experience they have. For me, it's like I just want to get in there and just start climbing ranks. And I love to compete. I want to be the best. You got to start somewhere. So whoever they put in front of me is who I'm taking down.
Understood. Spoken like a true warrior, rather. Are you going to be in Kuwait now that you're a professional? Are you going to try to attend and compete in Kuwait with the USF MMA?
I'm not sure. I haven't really heard much from Duke or management about any of those possibilities. I know that they're working on some stuff for me.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm just continuously training. But if they were to come up to me and say, "Hey, you want to go to Kuwait?" Yeah, I would do it.
Last words. Give me your predictions on the John Jones and Dominic Reyes fight. Not sure how closely you follow the sport of mixed martial arts in the UFC, or you may have your favorite fighters. But what is your prediction on that fight?
I don't know too much about Reyes, and I obviously everybody knows how long John Jones has been around. I think John will win this one as well. And nothing against Reyes. I just think, my gut tells me John Jones.
Understood. Any final word there, Laura Sanchez, before we wrap this up to your fight fans?
No, just give me a follow on Instagram, Laura Sanchez MMA. I'm on Facebook as well. I'm just an up-and-coming fighter trying to make a name for myself, looking to become the best. So got to start somewhere. And I'm looking forward to what the future has to hold. So thank you guys for listening and your support.
Well, to her fight fans and also to you, Laura Sanchez, much appreciated. And thank you for the pleasure of interviewing you once again as a professional fighter. And I wish you nothing but success, man, moving forward, because I know you're dedicated. You have a good team around you. And congrats to you for signing, the Sucker Punch Entertainment as your career progress. Salute to you from World Combat Sports and much success.
Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Have a good day. That was Laura Sanchez, 155-pound lightweight mixed martial artist. Very tall, imposing striker, to say the least. And I can only imagine what she's going to have to deal with. They're probably working with her up against the cage, but a lot of her opponents, like you witness many tall mixed martial arts that has the advantage. Their opponent would try to close distance, get on the inside, clinch, press them up against the cage, and attempt to go for the takedown and so forth. Just because they just don't want to stay at range with a tall striker like that. But she's very imposing. I'm very curious to see, her next fight as she progresses in her professional career. Like I said earlier, she is training out of Roufusport Mixed Martial Arts Academy over there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So the good thing about it is she's actually experienced the world level, in the amateur side of the house when she was able to travel with United States Federation of Mixed Martial Arts, USF MMA, over there at Gamma, hosted by One Championship, which was a big deal in 2019. It was at the indoor stadium in Singapore, November 18th through the 23rd. So that team of fighters went over there, and I believe we brought back 2 gold medals and a silver medal, which was outstanding, being that you was competing against some of the best amateur fighters in the world. So for those of you that tuned in, always and foremost, thank you very much, Scotty White of World Combat Sports. Be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Absolutely. And follow me on Instagram all World Combat Sports. Until then, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports.